Greetings, YouTube. I've got 4 words for you. Thank God for Falcon. That's right. Now, I did something kind of dumb that was guaranteed to use multiple revives. I kept my full suicides on, and Falcon, as you know, is a suicide mastery nightmare. So I lost a lot of health very quickly. But given that he is both a hero and metal champ, we just completed. I always feel a little nervous until that pops up. I don't know about you, but I'm always like, I think I did everything right, but you never know. Just completed and explored really the first hour at the time of recording this. I mean, this will drop on my channel a little later because I got to process the video, make the thumbnail and everything. But first hour that it was released, I got all my points, Eternity of Pain. Now, this is one of those fights that reminds me of when I became uncollected and just spent, I literally spent 40 revives, maybe even more than that, with Juggernaut. And I would just start the fight, and I'd get a few hits in, and then I'd quit. And I just kept spamming level 1 revives and until I was out. Now, thankfully, this is another reason amongst many why it is a very, very, very good idea to buy the 1,000 unit offer for both the Uncollected and Cavalier. Because even though I'll show you how much health I'm taking away, I used all revives in the overflow. In fact, I've got plenty of health potions that I need to use in general because they're going to be expiring in the next 7 days. And look at all these. But yeah, the next time I've got revives expiring, it's in a week for the next Eternity of Pain. But then look at this. I've still got some of these. Look at all these that I was able to purchase. And those level 5 single health potions came in handy. I put a level 2 revive and 2 level 5 regular health potions into my man Falcon and just went ham once I dashed back. So Falcon, when the right RNG is on your side, I think it's much easier to get 30% to 40% damage in one shot. I'm not saying I'm going to get that here because I'm recording and talking at the same time. But I'm immediately going to dash back and watch it how much my health is ticking away. But I've locked on. I held block. I've locked on. And now I'm just going to start wailing away. Look at all those crits. Now, he was aggressive on that special one with the auto block. But look at Falcon. Now, my Falcon is 6,200. Now, the problem is I couldn't find a time to throw a special, and so I'm going to die off of the stun. But just that little bit of action, if you will, caused him almost 20% health lost. So if I was to do that, of course, about 5 times, I would take 5 revives, I'd get him down. Now, if you start out with just Falcon and you don't care about the fight that I showcased before this, which is the Black Widow Clairvoyant fight, which got me 3 points. Let's say you just want 2 points, assuming that this... I mean, I never know in time as you're recording this. I guess I could ask around before, but it's not worth the time. I never know if this is actually the point that is going to be given to wallet breakers that throne breakers don't have access to, because I can't tell you how many people have contacted me after making one of these videos and saying, Prof, my game must be bugged. I don't see that point. I'm like, it's not bugged. You don't have access to it because you're not Paragon. And so, with that being said, let's just try this again. Now, I got pretty lucky. A lot of times he'll do that. He won't actually fire a special one, and so it's easier to get that off. Now, the problem is I'm going to get the encroaching stun again because right before I got to a special one, he hit me. Now, sometimes it's weird. He'll pause in between combos, and if the stun wears off, you can dash back. That's easier to do when you're with somebody like Black Widow Clairvoyant, where you're not melting damage away with poison and bleed. The heal block on this really adds some BS element to it, though I get why they do it. I do appreciate, at least in these fights, though, that when you're running this, you can guarantee, depending on how much health you have, you can guarantee at least about 10% 10% damage. Now I'm going to fire off a special one right here. And this is where I hate this fight, because I had a choice, right? I was going to lose all my power, but then when he is aggressive, I have 2 stuns that were stacking, the encroaching stun and his stun. When he's aggressive, there's just not a lot that you can do. So the good news is, obviously I've got my points right now. This is just a showcase, but you can die 1,000 times and just keep restarting. But I would not use a revive until I've gotten down, with Falcon, if possible, at least 25% health. It's just, you've got 3 timers you're working against. And with Falcon, technically, you've got 4 timers, right? Because you've got the locked on timer. You've got the locked on timer. You've got the encroaching stun. You've got this BS that punishes you from having more power than your opponent. And you've got the auto block timer. So like here, I'm forced to fire off that special one. But then, I'm screwed. So I'm going to dash back, take the encroaching stun, hope that I can somehow... No. I'm so thankful I did better than this. Anyhow, as you saw, I just used revives in my overflow. I'm very blessed in that sense. Obviously, I've got thousands of units I can use too. But thank God for Falcon. Dash back, lock on, go ham. If you're like a lot of people that I fight in Battlegrounds, you don't have suicide, so you don't have to worry about the recoil damage or especially the bleed or the poison, so that'll help you. But yeah, good news is, after all that, I can excitedly say that I now have 8 points in the Eternity of Pain Anger, and that means that I am locked into 11,250 and 14,250, and that means next week, if I get another 4 points, I will officially have generic 6 stones, and to me, most importantly, half of a tier 3 alpha and half of a tier 6 basic, which guarantees me my next rank 4, if nothing else. Have a good day, YouTube. Thanks for watching.